Welcome to Habitat for Humanity Women's Built for 2020. I, myself, John, with Tuckala Lowe's, and Lynn will be assisting, and we're going to be doing a couple fun projects today. And one of the ones that we're going to actually be doing is a raised bedding planter. And there are some fun and neat things that you can actually do with this. We'll kind of cover the basics of what is actually needed to do that. It's relatively inexpensive, but there's a lot of beneficial things that you can do by making your own garden and that. But the biggest thing is making yourself feel good by being able to accomplish simple things and that. So we'll cover a few things today of how to do a basic planter bed, and it's like I say, relatively easy, and we'll just kind of work with a couple things one by one.
So a lot of the tools that you're going to need landscape fabric, a shovel, tape measure, gloves, a smaller shovel, and a garden hose.
It's always good to kind of pre-plan your projects, make sure that everything is actually kind of where you want it, have everything in place. Think of your drainage, think of sunlight, think of things that are actually going to be needed in particular areas for your actual planter. So the biggest thing is once that's kind of established and you've kind of gone through and you can kind of level things out where you actually want it, then there's some fun ways that you can actually build this particular structure with the particular materials.
Correct. And so a lot of the times, this is how you're going to mostly basically start it. These things lift up like this, and then your pressure treated wood goes in between the slots. So when you do start to build, find your area, you put these in like this, and you start to do your blocks, like John said, a Lego set.
The fun thing is you can actually make them as single levels that are actually going through, or you could actually do it where it's stair-stepped in what you want to do, depending on the bedding plants and the things that are structured for you actually what you want to do. So once you kind of rough draw this out, as you're getting going with this, and you'll kind of adapt to some neat ideas that you're actually going to be able to accomplish the different types of things. And like I say, you can make it different levels. You can put blocks between blocks and actually establish a whole other row down the middle.
Here, or start another level here. Other plants could be here. You can plant whatever you want on this side. Seeds, vegetables.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of just cutting your materials to go between each one of these blocks. And it's like I say, it's literally like a Lego set. Blocks are relatively inexpensive. The lumber, starting off with a treated course is always a good idea because that's what's making contact with the actual ground. You can use 2x4s, you can use 2x6s, you can use 2x8s. All of those things will still slide down into that particular slide. Then think about basically, the type of plants that you want to do in there.
Yep.
The soil conditions, there are various different soils that you can actually get. There's soil conditioners. There's red-based bed soil that you can actually purchase that are all ready to go for that application. There's soils that do have fertilizers and things that are in there. And then, figure out the planting structure. And then you can actually add, watering kits to this. So as far as the watering kits, that'll allow you to monitor the type of watering that you're actually going to do. So you can put it on a timer and have it go on a couple times a day, or if it's just once a day or whatever the routine is, that helps you with that. And it just kind of makes things water sensible and easy to kind of construct. So the biggest thing is having fun with this and being able to have a fun project and making a raised bed garden.
Right, you can get your family involved, your kids involved, everyone can have some kind of part to building a raised bed.